You're listening to TurkishSoccer.com's Turkish Football Podcast. Hello, everyone. My name is Ahmet Bob Turgut. Welcome to another edition of Turkish Super Lig Turkish Football Podcast. Next 15 minutes, we'll give you the details about what's going on in the Turkish Super League and the Turkish football in general. As you know, Turkish national team said goodbye to the World Cup. We'll probably might not talk about that because we talked about that in last two podcasts. Things are over for Turkish national team. Because of that, let me start with some short news and updates, and I'll get back to the preview for you, the week 32, and then we'll give you the results from the week 31, what happened this past weekend. Yep. After Turkish national team, after Burak Yilmaz missing that penalty kick against Portugal, and pretty much Turkish Football Federation was boiling. So, just this past day, Turkish football president Nihat Özdemir and other committee members resigned. So, pretty much Turkish Football Federation will have elections in June or July, probably in June. So look for new names to come up right now. The talk of the town, Hamit Altıtop is the candidate. What we're hearing from grapevines. We'll see. You might have a couple other people that will run, but whoever is going to be, they're going to have a problem because Turkish national team in 2017, they were like in 21st place in the FIFA standings, FIFA rankings. Right now, Turkey is in 43rd place after losing against Portugal. So, I'm not going to say much about Stefan Kuntz because he came in, he's not in the job for a long time. But there's a lot of problem with Turkish national team. In general, there's a problem, big chaos with Turkish football in general. As you listen to my podcast, you probably will hear me saying every podcast that Turkish football is corrupt. And they're bankrupt too. So teams and Turkish Football Federation better shape up. Because the way that's going, every team so much in chaos. Well, after that, let me give you the week 31 results. And as you know, while Fenerbahçe and Galatasaray won their matches, the first place team, Trabzonspor at home, tied with Beşiktaş 1-1. And Trabzonspor did not look good. And Trabzonspor, as we go into week 32, there are 7 more matches left in this season. So Trabzonspor needs to earn 8 points in these 7 weeks. They'll be the champions. But I think pretty much in week 30, I would say 34 or 35, they will claim their title. So pretty much on week 31, the battle for second place still going on. Konyaspor, after Fenerbahçe win their match a day before, and Konyaspor won their match too. So the competition right now, we know the first place team, there's no one's going to catch them, if I see it. You know, if I call it right now, I've been calling them the champs because Konyaspor, mathematically they have the chance, but I don't think Konyaspor is going to catch them. So the problem is second place, third place, and fourth place. As you know, the first place and second place will go to a Champions League. Not directly. They will have to play some playoff matches. The champions of the Turkish Super Lig, Trabzonspor, and the second place. That second place, we don't know yet because Konyaspor with 58 points, The third place team, Fenerbahçe, the team that has been winning matches under Undertaker coach Ismail Kartal. And he knows that he's going to be sacked at the end of the season. And he's winning the matches. And Fenerbahçe with 56 and Konya with 58 points. And fourth place, Alanyaspor is with 52 points. So first place, second place, third place, and fourth place is very important for European competitions next season. That's why the competition right now between the teams for second place, third place, and fourth place, those teams are Konyaspor, Fenerbahçe, Alanyaspor, Başakşehir, Adana, and Hatay, and Beşiktaş has a little chance. But I'm going to tell you right now, in the last 8 matches, best formed team, you know who that is? Antalyaspor. Antalyaspor has a better record in the last 8 matches, better than Trabzon, better than Fenerbahçe, better than Konyaspor, and much better than Beşiktaş and Galatasaray. They have not lost a match in their last 8 matches. 6 wins, 2 draws. And guess what? Famous Dortmund player, one time played for Real Madrid, Nuri Şahin, who's only 33 years old. One minus thing that I don't like about his case, because he doesn't have a pro license to coach. But his helpers, his assistants, are very good coaches. And he's a good footballer. He knows what's going on the field. I don't disagree with him not having, doesn't know the football. He does know the football. But one thing that I'm against to it, anyone that coaches in this league without a pro license, it does not look good in the sake of Turkish Super Lig and Turkish football. Those guys that are coaching in the Turkish Super Lig, they better get their pro license as AAP soon as possible. They should get their pro license. And I think Nuri Şahin started on the right foot. He's doing good. Hopefully the interview he gave to one of the YouTube channels, he said that his dream is to coach Dortmund and then win the Champions League championship in the Europe. Well, could happen. We'll see what happens. And as I told you, pretty much week 31 that happened. Week 32 is coming up. It's going to start on Friday. There's going to be one match, and there's going to be a derby match on Sunday. I'll talk about that. And week 32 starts with Gaziantep, Trabzonspor match. Gaziantep will host Trabzonspor on Friday in Gaziantep. And we'll see what happens, because like I said, in the last 8 matches, Trabzonspor has not been doing good. But they're on top with 71 points. The closest team to them is with Konyaspor with 58 points. So they're in comfortable mode. They're just collecting points by one, but they need at least 8 points to capture the championship. And Saturday, there are 4 matches. And the biggest match of all, Saturday, the biggest derby, the derby is on Sunday. I'm sorry, not on Saturday. On Saturday, there are 4 matches. Fatih Karagümrük will be at home against Kasımpaşa. This should be a very fun match because Fatih Karagümrük with 43 points and Kasımpaşa has 41 points. This is for the team that is in the relegation zone. Will host Konyaspor, second place team. You know what's going to happen over there. And at home in Göztepe, another relegation zone team will host Kayserispor. This should be a very important match for Göztepe, but they've been the worst team in last 8 weeks. 0 points in their last 8 matches. So things are not looking good for Göztepe. The last match on Saturday, Beşiktaş will be at home against Alanya. Beşiktaş, if they want to capture third, fourth place, I don't think they're going to have any chance capturing the second place. They better win this match against Alanya. And with the new coach, Valerian Ismail, against Trabzonspor, he did very good. Beşiktaş team looked good. They looked better than Trabzonspor. And it just, in that Trabzon match, I think what happened, both of the goals were scored on each goalkeepers, were the biggest mistakes by goalkeepers. So that was ended with 1-1 draw. On Sunday, as I talked to you about it, the match of the weekend, the derby match, will be happening on Fenerbahçe Stadium. Fenerbahçe will host Galatasaray. Fenerbahçe is in better position right now. They're in the third place, and Galatasaray is in 13th place. But to me, this should be a draw match. But Fenerbahçe, I think they could win this match at home. If they win this match, in case of Konyaspor losing points on Saturday, you might see Fenerbahçe capturing the second place. That's why this match is very important for Fenerbahçe if they want to capture the second place. Fenerbahçe and Galatasaray match should be fun. That is the match of the weekend on in week 32. That will happen on Sunday. Other matches on Sunday, another relegation zone team, Yeni Malatyaspor. As we speak today, their president of the club resigned. There will be new elections coming up in Yeni Malatya team also. So you can see the Turkish football teams are in chaos. I've been saying this. They will host Giresunspor in Malatya. And Sivasspor will be at home against Başakşehir. And Adana Demirspor will be at home against another relegation zone team, Altay. And Monday, we'll have only one match, Antalyaspor, the team that has the best form in the last 8 matches. We'll be at home against Hatayspor. Let's keep our finger crossed after we talk about them very highly. Let's not have them lose match in Antalya in their home nest. So pretty much the biggest thing is going to be happening. People are going to be talking about is going to be the derby match on Sunday. Fenerbahçe against Galatasaray. And as you know, Galatasaray team is in chaos with as far as the elections. They will have elections end of April. And then they will have new president, CEO. Will that make a change? I don't think so, because right now, whoever takes over Galatasaray team, they have to, first 6 months, they have to come up with at least $35 to $40 million to pay off some of the debts that the Galatasaray and pretty much all the top 3 teams from Istanbul, they have to come up with at least $35 million to pay off these bank loans. As I told you in my last podcast, a lot of these Beşiktaş, Fenerbahçe, and Galatasaray are owned by banks right now. They hold the papers. Any income that these teams have, it goes to the banks first. So it is a chaos with these teams. We'll see what happens. But under this circumstances, this derby match between Fenerbahçe and Galatasaray will happen on Sunday. And we'll talk to you after week 32. My name is Ahmet Bob Turgut. You've been listening to Turkish Football Podcast on TurkishSoccer.com's website. And listen to my podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. See you next time. Bye-bye.